Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a company wants to build a massive facility near your neighborhood. Not a factory, not a shopping mall, not a warehouse, a data center. The company promises jobs, tax revenue, and investment. But instead of celebrating, local residents organize protests, attend town hall meetings, and demand that the project be stopped. Across America, communities are increasingly fighting against new data centers. But why? After all, data centers power the internet, cloud computing, streaming services, and now artificial intelligence. So why are so many Americans saying, build it somewhere else? The answer reveals a growing conflict between America's digital future and the communities expected to host it. What is a data center? Every time you watch Netflix, use chatgpt, upload photos to the cloud, or shop online, your information is being processed inside massive buildings filled with computers. These facilities are called data centers, and they are becoming larger than ever. Some modern data centers occupy hundreds of acres. Many consume more electricity than entire towns, and the AI boom is accelerating demand at a pace nobody expected. The first problem: electricity. The biggest concern is power. A typical neighborhood might consume a few megawatts of electricity. A large, AI-focused data center may require hundreds. Some proposed facilities consume as much electricity as a small city. Residents often ask, if power is limited, why should a giant technology company receive priority access? Many fear data centers could contribute to higher electricity bills. Others worry that utilities will eventually need expensive upgrades to support these facilities, and somebody ultimately pays for those investments. The second problem: water. Many people are surprised to learn that data centers consume enormous amounts of water. Servers generate heat. Heat must be removed. Many facilities use water-based cooling systems. A large data center can consume millions of gallons annually. In drought-prone areas, this creates tension. Residents ask, why should precious water resources be used to cool computers when communities already face shortages? In some regions, water has become one of the most controversial aspects of data center development. The third problem: very few jobs. Technology companies often promise economic benefits, but many residents question the numbers. Construction creates temporary employment. However, once completed, a massive data center may require surprisingly few permanent workers. A facility costing hundreds of millions of dollars might employ only a few dozen people. Residents compare that to factories, hospitals, or business parks that create far more long-term jobs. As a result, some communities conclude that the benefits are being overstated. The fourth problem: land use. Data centers require enormous amounts of land. Large facilities can transform rural landscapes. Farmland may disappear. Forests may be cleared. Quiet communities suddenly find themselves surrounded by industrial-scale development. Residents often worry that their area is changing without their consent. For many people, this is not simply about technology. It is about preserving the character of their community. The fifth problem: noise. From a distance, data centers appear quiet, but nearby residents often tell a different story. Thousands of cooling fans operate continuously. Backup generators require regular testing. Mechanical equipment runs day and night. Some neighbors describe a constant industrial hum. While companies work to reduce noise, complaints remain common around certain facilities. The AI effect. Artificial intelligence has dramatically increased demand. Training advanced AI systems requires enormous computing power. More computing power requires more servers. More servers require more data centers. Technology companies are now racing to secure land, electricity, and water across the country. Communities that once received occasional proposals now face multiple projects at once. This has intensified local opposition. Why companies say data centers are essential. Technology companies argue that these facilities are critical infrastructure. Without data centers, cloud services would fail. Streaming platforms would slow. Online businesses would struggle. Artificial intelligence development would stall. They also point to tax revenue that supports local governments, schools, and public services. From their perspective, data centers are becoming as important to modern society as roads and power plants. The big question. So, who is right? The technology companies or the communities resisting them? The truth is that both sides have legitimate concerns. America's digital economy needs more computing power, but communities also care about electricity, water, land, noise, and quality of life. The challenge is finding a balance between national technological growth and local community interests. Conclusion. The next time you open an app, stream a movie, or use artificial intelligence, remember, somewhere, thousands of servers are working inside a giant data center, and somewhere else, residents are debating whether another one should be built. Because the future of the digital economy isn't just about technology, it's also about where that technology lives. And increasingly, that's becoming one of America's most important local battles.